Hi, this is George again from E-Access Tech Support. Just wanted to go over some new features that you may not be aware of. One is called pin-to-pin messaging. It's actually a very popular feature on the BlackBerry. What is, first of all, pin-to-pin messaging? Well, if you take a look at, here's an example, obviously a very simple example of a pin message. It looks very similar to an email. In fact, it uses the same BlackBerry infrastructure that BlackBerry uses to send emails. However, unlike your emails that you would send on the BlackBerry, pin-to-pin messaging is not dependent on the email system. It just relies on the BlackBerry infrastructure. As a result, pin messages are quick, they're actually faster and even more reliable than texting, and you have actually unlimited message length versus a typical 160 character limit that text messaging imposes. So let's take a look at how you would send or compose a pin message. First of all, you have to begin by knowing the PIN number of your BlackBerry or the BlackBerry that you wanted to send to. So the PIN number is actually an 8-character hexadecimal number, meaning it's composed of the digits 0 through 9 and the letters A through F. So if you see a 0, it's a 0, not an O. And if you see something that looks like a 1, it's a 1 and not an L. If you're using the BlackBerry Enterprise server, you can actually do a lookup and it will look up the PIN number. But let me show you a simple way to display your PIN number. If you go into, let's say, compose a PIN message here, or compose anything actually, if you just simply go down to the body of the email message, let's say here, and just simply type the auto text called my PIN. So you type my PIN with no space, then hit the space bar. It'll actually display your PIN number. So that way you can determine what your PIN number is. Okay, let's go ahead and discard that for a moment. And we're going to go ahead and compose a pin-to-pin message. You can do this either by starting in the address book, assuming that you have people's addresses with their PIN numbers recorded, or you can go and simply compose it from the message screen. So we're going to start by going to the message screen. So I'll click the menu key, or the trackball rather, and say Compose PIN. Then you can go simply either type the person's address if it's in the address book. So I'm going to type G, and here I've got a George Tech. That's the one I'm going to use as my test character. I'm going to click on it. Now you notice if I scroll up here, it actually displays the PIN number down below. It doesn't display an email address. The subject, I'm going to use another auto text feature called test, and I'll say test PIN. And then I can go down here and obviously type the body of my email message, whatever I'd like to type. And then when I'm all done, I click the menu and I choose Send. What you'll notice about the PIN message is it's very quick. And once it comes back, there it's just arrived here, you'll see that it actually will do the alerts, your vibrate and tone or whatever you set it up for. But notice it's in red. That's because PIN messages typically are a high priority or what we call a level 1 priority message. Another way that you can compose a PIN message is simply starting out in the address book or contacts. And again, here I can click on this entry, click the menu, and I can say PIN George. And again, the same process we go right through the same process, and you can compose your text and so on. So again, pinning or doing pin-to-pin communication is a great application for you. It's quick. It does require that you're sending to and from a BlackBerry. However, it does have the advantage that it does not rely on the email system. So if there is a problem with your email, or your mailbox is full, or you're in a corporate enterprise server and your system is down for some reason, you can still typically do pin-to-pin messaging unless they've restricted it. So again, this is simply a short video showing you how to use pin-to-pin messaging on your BlackBerry.
For more information, please visit www.eaccess.com or www.wirelessbyeaccess.com.